Another episode of the Algorhythm podcast.
Yes, sir.
Last week's episode was the Von Erichs. We recorded it twice.
Yeah.
Second time was around was great.
Yeah.
You know, it turned out really well. I had a week to edit it, so it came out really, really good.
The more I thought about it, I think we said, yesterday when we did this, we probably said that 15.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, cool, Siri.
Cool. I mean, I appreciate that.
You know, Siri on a fucking laptop?
She said, "Well, you're sort of cool yourself, fam." Okay.
Oh, what?
All right.
Got it.
AI's getting scared.
I don't know what's going on right now.
It's scared.
Your computer just.
I'm gonna wake up and Siri's gonna be breathing over my body real heavy.
So do you think the kids that fucking just never had friends growing up are just going to be like best friends with like AI and shit?
Probably.
Probably.
A lot of those conversations are going to be had with AI.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I hate that. Find
That's
them on the
true.
next
That's
episode
like real
of My
life.
Strange
Yeah.
Addiction. I'm in a relationship with AI.
What's that movie where Joaquin Phoenix is like falls in love with like an AI and a computer?
Oh,
I think it's called Her.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to think back in the day when we were like fucking 10, 11, like chat rooms were the fucking...
Yeah.
This is like chat rooms that don't call you the fucking N-word.
Yeah.
They don't ask
ASL.
ASL.
Yeah, ASL. God, those chat rooms are wild.
You know what that means, Tiffany?
What?
If you just say ASL to somebody.
Nope.
Let's hear what do you think it is? Let's hear that. Take a guess.
American too.
Yeah.
Probably don't.
Isn't it as hell?
No.
That's what I.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
what I.
Hell yeah.
He was asshole.
As hell?
All right. So when you used to get on, no, it's not like it's a, what would you call it? What's that when it's each letter means something?
You would have.
I know what you're talking
Yep.
about. I can't think of the word.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so if you would get in a chat room, a lot of times it would be obviously people you didn't know. Like obviously when you got like Windows Messenger and stuff, you could add friends and you know the people. But when chat rooms first started coming around, you'd say ASL and it meant age, sex, location. So you'd ask them how old they were, if they were a boy or a girl, and then their location. Right.
I remember I was in 4th grade on my dial-up internet computer, the box
Our child's
computer,
crying.
and me and my friend were in a chat room and in my dad's room, which is now their room now. And Dad came up behind me and he seen somebody had typed ASL.
Yeah.
And I said, "What does that mean?" And they said age, sex, location. He said, "Sex."
No. Shut that shit down.
Don't be a menace.
Oh, take her out of there. She's
Is that
crying
your
and she.
sister?
You got it.
The fucking clip from fucking Don't Be a Menace where Lope Dog's filling out the fucking hospital
Yeah.
form.
Yeah.
He's like, sex?
Hell yeah. That's my shit, bro.
Anytime I see ASL, I think of the South Park clip
Yeah.
where fucking Cartman's getting online in the chat rooms. And the fucking guy who's like 50 years old fucking praying on
Yeah.
He types in ASL and Cartman goes, "Oh, I am an 8-year-old boy." And he starts getting bombarded
Yeah.
with fucking...
Yeah, they all just boom, boom, boom start popping up on the screen. Man, yeah.
I remember the first time I ever seen that. I looked at my friend and said, "Are they calling us an a-hole?"
I mean, that's fine. That's what I would think.
We'll wait on her to get back.
Yeah. I'd imagine
Yes.
Alina might be featuring in this episode a little bit.
Oh,
Because she'll be crying if not.
it's aight.
If you guys want to go ahead and introduce what we're doing, just bring us in on that, then we can do it.
Today's episode is going to be a little not topic-based, but topic-based.
Yeah.
We were going to do, because we talked about this during the Von Erich episode, we were going to do another kind of like a somber,
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't even know what you kind of call it, like a darker episode.
Yeah.
Erica called an audible on that shit. So we're going to do like a chill episode today.
Off script. Obviously, I'm going to read, but it's a scenario.
Yeah.
And we're going to get real life.
Wing beans.
God, she's getting so big.
Yeah. That's Big Deb right there.
Carl. He just did. He went, baby.
Gotta see if they want smoke right off the bat, then.
I hope she does, Carl.
Oh, bro. Mila's going through this, like, she's getting, like, jealous stage. So, like, she is, any way she can smush, and push her, she's doing it. And,
Baby.
yeah. She's not having it, bro. Like, the other day, Mila tried to push her away from her table, and it, like, pushed her, and Alina just came right back and, like, swung at her. And I was like, oh, already.
So me and Erica were laying in bed last night, and we always have Hallie sleep in the middle of us. And Erica, I keep telling Erica, I was like, Hallie, beats the shit out of me. Like, she hits me. And Erica's just sitting, chilling last night, and all of a sudden she starts hearing.
Yeah.
And then she looks over, and it's Hallie going.
She's just
My
blasting
fucking,
you.
just like Rocky hitting the
Yeah.
fucking meat.
Yeah.
Just
In the meat locker, just blasting
She'll look at her
pops.
and she'll look at Carl like,
like,
waiting
making
on a
sure I'm still awake,
reaction.
like-
I do.
She does that same stuff. She'll just be sitting there, bro, and she'll like claw my mouth. Like she'll stick her finger in my mouth and then just try to like fish hook me and rip my lip off. So that's awesome.
Ouch.
Shout out to the kids.
Yeah, I love that.
Shout out.
Shout out
the
to
main
them.
characters of the Algorhythm podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So today we're going to be doing the Am I the Asshole series. We're going to read some different scenarios and let Carl, Tiffany, and Garrett kind of talk and form an opinion on if they think this person is the asshole or not.
Cool.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Am I the asshole for telling my friend that she doesn't have a real disability?
Oh god. Is this about Gypsy Rose?
It's about posted too.
Oh god. Oh god.
For context, I am a disabled wheelchair user. I have multiple conditions that cause me issues with balance, sleep, pain, and breathing. I've lived with these conditions my entire life. However, my life is very full. I love to travel, adventure, and do just about as much as other people, but I rely heavily on aids. One of my close friends has started to have hypos, which is low blood sugar. Within the past year, she's only had 3, but she feels very unwell when they happen. She gets cold and very dizzy, starts trembling and sweating, etc. It is scary for her, which I understand and sympathize with. Diabetes and other conditions have been ruled out. Doctors are fairly confident that the hypos, low blood sugar, have been caused by her drinking habits. Doctors have advised her to cut back, and she's lied to them saying that she has. Last week, she had another hypo as she told the doctors that she had cut back on drinking and they have given medication to help. Today, she wrote a Facebook post announcing that she's fighting a disability and that she needs support from her friends and family to get through it. I ignored the post, finding it a little overdramatic, but there was no need to comment, so I didn't. Within an hour or so, she messaged me asking why I didn't comment on her post. I told her that I didn't feel the need, as we had already spoken privately about
There
it.
it is right there.
My friend asked if she could come over as she was feeling low, so I said sure. She came over with her husband, and we were having a nice evening, playing some cards and chatting when she brought up the hypos again. I was listening and being supportive when she said, I know what it's like to be disabled like you now. I just lost my crap. I told her that she has no idea what it's like to be disabled because she doesn't have a real disability. It turned into a huge argument until eventually they left. After she left, I started to feel bad about what I had said. I know she's struggling with this, but to compare it to my disability felt really hurtful. Am I the asshole?
No. Absolutely not.
Hail to the no.
That's just
No.
attention seeking.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's what I said. That's it right there. Because when you literally make a Facebook post and then
Why didn't you comment on
Yeah.
my face?
Hey,
That's
what-
like the
why didn't you jump on
unspoken
that?
prayer request, no questions.
yeah.
What am I praying for? Like, I kind of have to know.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. She's fucking retarded.
Yeah, I mean, what did old boy tear in his knee?
The hibiscus.
Yeah, he tore his hibiscus. So, I mean, kind of same thing here. I think you just gotta kind of pick your battles with people like that, man. Like, if they're your friend, like, you can be a friend and just kind of.
That's like whenever you have kids and people compare being a parent to a child to a parent of a dog. Like,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Like, go the fuck
Yeah.
to bed one time.
That's like offensive. It's
Yeah.
like, no. Get the
No,
fuck
it's
outta
not the
here.
same
You do
at
not
all.
have a
And-
clue.
Were we talking, like, alcohol drinking problem when we're talking about low blood
So,
sugar?
Drinking a fuck ton of
There's like an
Capri Sun.
edit
Right.
here. It says there are a lot of
Straight up.
comments
Get
that
the
the
juice.
disability my friend has is alcoholism, but to be clear, she doesn't believe she has any alcohol dependency or issues. When she refers to herself as disabled, she is referring to the hypoglycemia as a disability. She also states extensive testing and no other symptoms than 3 hypoglycemic episode in 12 months.
But when she said that it was her drinking, was it alcohol though? Like her saying she doesn't have a problem? Or
So this friend
That's what I'm
makes it
saying.
seem like she does have a drinking
Okay,
problem.
okay.
And if you're lying to the doctor saying
Right.
you cut back when you have it,
Right. Yeah, like we were at Zoe's basketball game last night, and there's this chick there with a full water bottle, and it's very clear that it's vodka, and she's just wasted as fuck. So it's like one of those people, like, I'm disabled. You're in a wheelchair, but I'm disabled because I drink a
like
fifth of car cob every night. Right.
Kids basketball.
Right.
I look
Letting the
at
liquor do the thinking
the
here.
My 600-pound life, where they're
Yeah.
like, well, I've stuck to the diet.
Yeah. Lost 3 pounds.
Dr. No said, no, you gained 30 pounds.
You could have lost
That
60
dude
pounds
cracks
by
me
now.
up, bro. Get out.
You don't give a fuck.
No. That shit's hilarious. Oh, God.
Um,
Yeah, definitely not the a-hole there.
No.
Next one.
Is this me again, Kerrigan? Oh, okay. Am I the asshole for not letting my friend roll down the window in my car filled with bug spray and toxins?
Wait,
one's-
what? Say that again?
Am I the asshole for not letting my friend roll down her window in my car filled with bug spray and toxins?
Her car is filled with bugs.
That's what I said when she first read it. I was like,
So it's
Huh?
going to make more sense as I read.
yeah.
I was at a kickback with some of my close friends 2 days ago. At the end of the kickback, my friend, we'll call her Jay, asked for a ride home as her original ride had to leave early. I was totally okay with this, but I was worried about her being in my car. I have a very bad fear of bugs. Because of that, I bug bomb my car every season, every 3-ish months. Fill it with mothballs, spray every inner and outer inch with Ortho Max, and use a chlorine diffuser placed on the dashboard. I understand that my car is a gas chamber on wheels, but my reasoning is that it's better to cut my life by 3 to 5 years compared to 50 years in a deadly car accident. I almost killed myself multiple times, endangering myself and others due to bugs in my car. Doing all of this seemed to stop the bugs from appearing. I haven't seen them for 2+ years, so I do this religiously. So I let Jay know beforehand if she's okay with all of this. Warning her all the things that I did to the car and even let her test the inside of the car to make sure she's okay with it. She said it's all good. We also made the agreement that she won't roll her window down. She told me that's fine as the ride home's only about 15 minutes. As we were on the way, she mentions that the smell is worse than what she thought it would be and asked if she could roll the passenger window down. I told her, sorry, but no, and brought up that we had agreed to have the windows up. About a minute later, she just rolled the windows down. I panicked and rolled it back up. She started telling me that she's getting dizzy. This is where I feel like a real asshole. I think I slightly gave in and rolled it down about 2 millimeters of space. It was sunny outside and I was afraid of potential bugs coming in. I dropped her off and she called me a weirdo psycho. I understand that this is not normal, but when choosing between a friend versus phobia, my mind automatically goes to my phobia. I absolutely despise my fear. As I'm writing this down, I definitely feel like an asshole. Am I the asshole?
It almost sounds fake. Like, it almost sounds made up.
That
It's
is
so intense.
Bonkers.
She just needs medication.
I mean-
I don't know. She doesn't
I
need
agree with that.
mothballs or anything. She
Yeah.
needs medication.
There's
Right.
something more going on there. There has
Yeah.
to be.
There's one like phrase in that sticks out to me. It's that she says, "I would rather cut my life 3 to 5 years than risk dying in a car crash."
Because of a bug.
A bug.
You are willing to give up 5 years of your life rather than risk dying in a car
Because
crash.
of a bug in your car.
Like knowing that that's going to shed 5 years off your life.
What do you do to your house?
I
I feel like we see more bugs in our house than we do our
Bro.
car.
I'm going to kind of like squeeze this one by. This lady has a phobia of bugs, so she trapped her friend and like she gives rides to her friends and she bombs her car with insecticide.
While they're
She
And
warned
she-
a friend about it first, though.
She warned her friend about it, but not while they're in there, but beforehand. But it obviously smells like that. So the friend goes to roll the window down, and she won't let the friend roll the window down.
I think you're just baby talking right now.
there's just so many unhappy babies.
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie Baby Geniuses?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think it is. Like fucking, they're just plotting.
Plotting.
Yeah. You're like, nah, y'all ain't doing that today.
I just
Yeah, I don't. That one, I think.
She warned her beforehand, and they agreed to keep the windows up.
I just don't
But-
think she understood the fucking links.
Well, that's like.
It says
not.
a chlorine diffuser placed on the dashboard.
dashboard.
A
Oh yeah, that's
chlorine
wild,
diffuser-
bro.
That's like taking a gallon of chlorine and just,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're huffing it.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd say like
She gave her
that's
two
one of them
names.
things you agreed to and then didn't realize how bad it was going to be. So then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, this is insane.
Like I actually can't breathe.
Yeah.
Like hold on, we need the window.
I don't, but the thing is, I don't think I can call her an asshole though, because phobias are
They're real.
Oh, for
are
sure.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Help.
bring out the olives.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know,
I thought it was pickles.
I think that's one of them things like you just have to, okay, get through it this one time and then just, I'm never in the
Yeah,
car
you're
again.
not getting in that car.
Yeah.
again.
Sorry.
The lady called her friend a weirdo. It's just getting out of the car.
Weirdo psych.
I'd have probably been there too because it's like, you're talking chlorine, bro. This is going to burn the hairs out of your nostrils type shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, yeah, bro, you're psycho. You need to go see a therapist. I'd
don't
probably do the
think-
same
yeah.
shit.
You're not the asshole. You need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something more going on there.
Yeah. As your friend, go see somebody and get some help about that. You're not really an asshole though.
Okay, are we ready for the next?
I thought she was the asshole, but
To an extent, I could see
I mean,
both.
yeah, when someone's saying I can't breathe,
Yeah,
like choking your
friend out.
Stop the car and let me walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point,
Yeah.
let me walk. Oof.
But at the same time, what bug's about to get you in the car? That's just gonna.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what encounters have you had in your car that make you think
Alright.
you have to bomb your car every 2 months?
Oh, that's very. I would never bomb my car, anyways. But
Mm.
I've had a bug fly in the car when I'm driving. And
Oh, a bee?
It would be.
I'm freaking out.
She freaks
I'm
out about
pulling
bugs.
over
I'm like, I'll
and-
grab a bee out the air. Like I don't
Oh,
care.
No, no.
Yeah.
I'm like
wanna
doing
get
this all
stoned.
the time,
Yeah. No.
trying to like shoot out the window.
No, she'll jump in the back seat when she's driving type shit. So
I'm
Let the
gonna
car
risk
drive
my
itself.
life.
she's the asshole there. All right, onward.
Okay.
Onward.
This one's called "Am I the Asshole for Telling My Cousin She Overstayed Her Welcome?" About 2.5 months ago, my older cousin, who is a 27-year-old female, and her boyfriend, a 25-year-old male, moved into my house because of certain circumstances. I happily accepted them into my home because me and her were always close growing up. I'm a 26-year-old now. I work part-time while still making enough money to pay my bills and still have more than enough money to spend time on myself. Spend money on myself? Spend on myself. There we go. My cousin, on the other hand, lost her job and her boyfriend and is still pulling the "I am trying to work on my business" crap. For the first couple
Says
weeks,
it works.
they're working on mine.
Tell me, T.
for the first couple weeks, everything was fine, but it wasn't until a full month had passed before I noticed that they weren't exactly the tidy type. I didn't have OCD or anything, so I just kindly told them to start picking up behind themselves and maybe do some chores around the house since they weren't paying rent. For the next few weeks, it was nice and they did everything I asked them. It wasn't until the 2-month mark that I completely lost it. I had went out of town for just a week to meet up with some friends for a wedding and have a little bit of me time. During that time, they had somehow listed my house on Airbnb and I came back to it almost completely trashed. I, of course, yelled at everyone involved and said some very not nice things, but can you blame me? My house was very beautiful and costed a pretty penny.
You just drove this entire paragraph off the fucking.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a left turn right there. Hard one.
The two were almost always respectful, so I had never expected them to pull something like that. I called her mom and explained everything to her and tried my best not to just completely throw them out because I didn't want them to be homeless. I guess during my phone call, she had decided to make a few calls of her own. I had gotten some very nice and peaceful phone calls from multiple family members cussing me out and saying that my cousin had called them crying, saying that I was going to throw them out for trying to make some money. If I said F it and told her, "You have overstayed your welcome and you are trying to play the victim, I want you out by morning." Ever since then, I've been getting so many phone calls and text messages blaming me for the whole fiasco. So, am I the asshole?
Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
Why would you even think you're the asshole? in that
Fuck
situation?
no. It's
Somebody changes your house into an Airbnb, bro.
She's probably
I'm
just a
fighting.
people pleaser, and she probably feels guilty because
Yeah.
it's her family. But
Yeah,
fuck,
she was only
no.
gone for a week.
Yeah, I'm fired, bro. I'm getting home and people are getting punched in the face for
I
shit
swear.
like that. Like, no
Like, it'd
way.
be like that daddy chill scene. Old man out front of his house,
Daddy
fucking going
chill.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, your shit's in the front yard.
Right.
You're not out by morning. You're out now.
She said she didn't want them to be homeless.
I
but,
don't
like,
care if it's family or not, bro. You change my house into Airbnb, bro.
Yeah.
You're a little homeless there.
Yeah.
She
Especially
obviously
when
knows
you're
how to
living with
list
her.
Airbnbs, go fucking stay in one.
Right.
Make some money while they're building
Right.
their business.
Yeah.
They fucking rented the house.
That's
out.
wild, bro.
While she was gone.
Yeah.
They weren't even like paying rent to be there. They were just there because she was a kind person and
Well, what
didn't
got
want
me
them to
was
be
at the
homeless.
like
you said
80s
at the
house
2-ish
party.
month
Yeah.
mark, and I'm like, ain't nobody living with me for 2 months rent free.
No.
No.
At the 1 mark, she realized they weren't tidy. Then it got a little bit better. Then she left. Then they rented the whole house out.
Yeah. You saw what happened at my Thanksgiving this year, bro. Like, people are getting stabbed and shit if that happens at my house. Shout out to my cousins.
Showing up on Scanner Freaks
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
They're trash.
Yeah. Whole nother story. We all got dirtball
Wait for
cousins.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good story.
There's always one.
She's.
Mine just called me
Or three.
judgmental
I'd go.
via
Or
Facebook
three.
Messenger.
Yeah,
So cute.
You can't trust her.
onward.
Okay. This one's called Am I the Asshole for Bringing My Own Food to My Best Friend's Wedding?
Am I the asshole for bringing my own food to my best friend's wedding? Did you order Papa John's?
I was about to say, you get some McDonald's, take a Happy Meal in
No,
there.
no Papa John's because they are not breathing. There's too much chest fire going on there. All right. I've been best friends with, let's call her Abby, for years. When she asked me to help plan her wedding last year, I was so thrilled and happy for her. She's always talked about having a dream wedding since we were teenage girls and made me promise that we would both plan it together. Through the process, the one thing that we disagreed on when planning the reception was the meal plan. We went over the menu options together, but I expressed concerns about the limited choices for my dietary preferences. I'm a vegetarian for personal reasons, so I suggested to have at least one dish be vegetarian. Abby understood, but ultimately chose the meals that better suited the majority of the guests, as she said the cost was not worth the trouble for the dish that most people wouldn't like. So I didn't try to argue because ultimately it was her wedding, but I made a joke saying that I would bring my own Tupperware of food, and she said she would kill me if I did. Fast forward to the wedding day, I decided to bring my own prepared meal because I wasn't satisfied with the catering options. I thought it was a subtle way to address my concerns, and I did it discreetly in the kitchen of the venue. However, when Abby overheard by some of her family members helping out in the kitchen of what I had done, she was deeply hurt and upset as they gossiped about it with all of the guests. During the reception, she broke down in tears, feeling insulted and embarrassed by my actions. I apologized and told her that it was not my intention to embarrass her, but that I've been a vegetarian for most of our friendship, and that while I was happy for her and her big day, I wasn't going to eat something that I did not enjoy or want. I made a side comment saying that I should have just eaten at home out of frustration, and that seemed to upset her even more. It seemed that my attempt to express the needs ended up causing a rift between both of us on her special day, leaving her feeling both hurt and distant despite our long history together. So am I the hassle?
I feel like we're missing context. I feel like there's missing parts in that. Like why would the fucking bride like cry and shit?
Yeah.
Because you brought a fucking salad.
Yeah.
Like, are you like saying you brought a salad and then she freaked out, but you're also leaving out like,
Well-
hey, I brought a salad and I'm just gonna eat it like a smile, like a smirk, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says
I don't
further
know.
Context. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It says there was this one side salad, and I did eat it during the reception to not seem rude with declining the entire food offering. During the dessert, I went to the kitchen and ate my food just in time to be back for the toast. The only thing I ate was the cake further into the night. That being said, I didn't realize that her aunt, uncle, and cousin were going to be in the kitchen and tell her and the other guests that I went in there.
Well, at least
I-
she
What
ate
does it
fucking some
matter?
salad.
I just feel like you gotta. That's like a classic case of like Bridezilla right there.
Yeah,
Like you're
it's not
just
like you're
being
pulling out the Tupperware
insane
full
about
dance
shit.
floor.
Yeah, she didn't. And my thing is too, like, I don't know. I feel like you would know who you're dealing with. If that's just completely out of left field that she acted like that about it. But like she said, you probably should have just ate at home if you knew she was gonna be just a complete. It sounds like she's just being a bitch to me. Like at the end of the day.
I don't understand what the fucking big deal is. It's
Yeah.
fucking food.
If she's
It's not like
vegetarian,
she
bro,
wore
like-
black on your fucking wedding,
Right.
Or it's fucking
And what's
food.
the big deal if you're not gonna offer her something and that's one of your best friends? Like she said, she was a bridesmaid, right?
No, not a bridesmaid, just a friend.
Okay, so that's insane. Regardless, like, and if it's that big of a deal, maybe not just eat it all. Like, eat before or eat after. Like, I don't understand what the
Being a
big deal is.
vegan or vegetarian, it's not always like about just because you don't want to eat meat. Sometimes
Right.
it's like a culture thing too, or
Right.
like a religious thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's not like she was saying, I don't like that.
Right.
Like,
She wasn't being the one
eat it.
being dramatic about it. I feel like that was all on the bride.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely don't think she's an asshole there. Like, the
I
bride's
don't
being
think
an
so,
asshole.
yeah.
Like, it's your day, but to an extent, bro.
It's
Like,
fucking food. I don't
Yeah.
like. we didn't even get to eat at our wedding.
Right, bro.
Like the food. You remember that?
Yeah.
The fucking bro, her fucking dad had to go pick up Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't
because
have somebody serving the food, so people were getting chicken.
Whatever
wings
they
and
wanted.
6 and
Yeah.
something
got
wings at a time.
Whalen's wings, and
Wow.
people
were
had
just-
stacked
yeah.
to the moon on their fucking
Yeah.
plate.
Looked like the kid off of Matilda eating the cake and shit.
Yeah.
You guys didn't get
And
anything?
her dad fucking panic rushed and went and got Little Caesars, a stack of them.
Jeez, that sucks.
I
I'd have been going around like, yep, give me that wing. Let me get that. Hand that shit over. B, I didn't get nothing.
Walk around with your own plate.
But still, like,
I
I'm
think it was all
right there.
Your groomsmen, they like had 2 and 3 plates carrying back to the
That's
table. At a
insane.
time.
Yeah, that's
Shout out
wild, bro.
Dustin, Josh.
Yeah, that's wild. I'd
Some
have,
name dropping.
yeah, like that right there. Like something like that, you guys could have went insane about. Like, this is my wedding. I didn't even get any food. Like,
Yeah.
and look at how this chick's
fucking-
acting.
Great
Definitely
I
not that.
was
asshole.
fucking hammered, bro.
Right, yeah.
We ended up going to Florida that night.
Right.
Drove to Florida right after our
Yeah,
wedding.
yeah.
I slept the
I
whole
had a
way.
great time. Your guys' wedding was so fun.
Yeah.
I slept the whole way.
If it's your day, man, you got to make the best out of it. And if you're causing any drama yourself, like you're ruining your own day. I feel like so.
That was my take on it. Was like, I don't understand how they were such close friends, but like, if you're friends like that, usually parents understand that, and like friends and cousins and everybody, they
Yeah.
know who you are. So like, if they see you going to the kitchen, why are they then going to turn around and like gossip about it?
That's,
She must
they
have had
sound like
one
a
of them
dramatic
families-
bunch.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, she must have had one of them fucking families that are just like
Yeah.
hill jack fucking telling on each, like fucking
Yeah.
talking about each other.
Malicious
and
to
shit.
each other.
And it's not like she didn't eat at all. Like she ate what she could eat,
Yeah.
but I don't know that one.
Not the asshole.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So
Pretty much summarize it. Fucking
Bridezilla
Pretty much.
didn't want was
Her vegetarian best
insane about her
friend.
friend eating in the kitchen. Brought her own
She
food
brought her own
because she's
food.
vegetarian.
Because
She
the
discreetly
catering
did it.
options didn't cater to her. So she ate what she could. Then she brought her own Tupperware and stuck it in the kitchen. And after she ate the side salad, she went to the kitchen to eat her own food. And the bride's family was in there, and they went and
Went and told
And
and
then
And it's
Right,
called.
also
like,
not like
from
she's
this
a
whole
guest
fit
at a
and-
wedding where she's only there for a couple of hours.
Right.
If you're part of like the bride's party, you were there
That's-
all day.
yeah, like you helped
Like,
plan
you
that
were
thing.
just as exhausted as the bride is.
Exactly. And planning a wedding is like no easy thing.
fuck.
There's so many turning parts to that.
Erica
So, like-
Erica lost friends over that shit.
Big facts.
Like
Two of the girls in my
planning a
lineup I don't even talk to anymore. So the shit happens. But
yeah, so you see what you got to look forward to.
I'm not having a wedding.
That's what Garrett
You
said.
don't waste your money.
don't
Don't fucking waste your wedding
Elope.
money.
go
She was
somewhere
stuck in between the couch.
else.
Can't just let her go on there by herself. It's okay.
Sad.
Onward.
Poor Beeb.
Is this my one?
Yo.
Would I be the asshole if I confronted my sister about regifting gifts that I gave to her that are now expired? I am feeling pretty upset about this because I was happy to gift her those gifts and she seemed excited last year. Yes, the title says it all. My sister regifted those same gifts right back to me a year later. Plus, the things that I gave her are expired now as they are specialty skincare items and they are meant to be used within a year. My sister gifted me for my birthday regifted old gifts that I gave her, which are now expired. AKA, I got trash for my birthday. Am I the asshole for confronting her and bringing this up in front of my family? That makes me feel shitty. I just don't think it's fair for me to accept this and ignore it. But FYI, she isn't poor by any means. She goes on multiple vacations a year, has a house, etc. I feel like a fool now as every year I go through the trouble to look for great gifts. I would never give regifted gifts back or give expired trash. That's just rude and crappy in my opinion. Am I the asshole?
So, what did she give it back as like a gag?
No, she fully like it
Gifted
seems
it.
like she regifted it back to her. Like
Didn't think her sister would remember that, or she just fucking forgot that she got
exactly.
it. From her
That's
sister.
what I'm thinking. Like she forgot where that gift came from and she was like, "Oh, like that's been laying there for at least a year now. Like let me just send it on its way." And she gave it back to the person who gave
Nah,
it.
you're not
Since
an asshole.
2024, you're getting bath bombs and a picture of your own family.
Hell yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
That'll be perfect. You're not getting that
Nah,
one.
you're not the asshole.
I'm
Calling
keeping
her out
that.
on that shit. I don't think so. I mean,
It's just embarrassing. Like,
I'll say this: Christmas isn't about gifts, obviously,
right.
but at the same time,
Don't be a shitty person.
if you, I'm not gonna say have money, but if you're living well above your means, and like,
Put
make
thought
an
into it.
effort. Yeah, make an effort. Like, just don't fucking show
Find
up with
whatever's
the fucking...
laying around your house and like, yeah, that'll do. No,
Right, yeah.
no.
Like, I don't know. That's how I've always kind of looked at it. Yeah, Christmas isn't about gifts, but it's like effort shows a lot.
Yeah, and especially if like gift giving is your love language, like it's not about the gifts, but it's so fun to like give gifts.
Oh, yeah.
So like maybe this person like isn't into that. I don't know, but that's just like the craziest thing to re-gift.
Or
a
maybe
gift.
she was excited to give it to her because
Yeah.
she gave it to her, so she was like, "Oh, she didn't remember,"
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh, I think my
This is
sister would
an
love
awesome
What I
fucking
found.
it.
gift.
It's for her."
I
might
love
use
this.
it.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I'm more about like if you get me a gift, like thank you. I'm gonna appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think she's an asshole for giving it back to her
Yeah.
because maybe it wasn't intentional. We never got that part, I guess, on whether or not she
Yeah,
said
that's
she
left
thought
out.
that it was intentional. So I feel like
But if it was a gag gift, like that's a shitty gag gift because that was gifted to you originally, and now you're like, here's it back.
just
I never
proving
used
that, like,
it. Like,
Yeah.
Didn't even touch it.
So-
she doesn't know if that's how she feels about it.
I'm gonna put this in kind of perspective for you, Garrett. So one year you give me a bottle of like fucking like nice cologne, right, for Christmas. The very next year, you get that. I give you that same bottle back, same exact one that you gave me. The following year.
But at least
Asshole for re-gifting. That's what it is basically.
Pretty
Am I
much.
the
Yeah.
asshole for re-gifting?
But the gift that, but let's just say that cologne that I gave back to you expired last year.
Yeah, I mean, as much as kind of what you just said, like I'm thankful that you got me the gift, but also like no matter what it is, if you're gonna be thankful, you got to remember like where it came from, who gave it to you. Also, I think that's kind of I think that's kind of assholeish. Yeah,
A little bit of effort.
yeah,
I've
'Cause-
always said, this is what I've always said. I've always said I hate getting gift cards for Christmas.
right, because that's no effort.
I think gift cards are like a stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
I hate gift
Yeah. That shows that like I used to be that guy because like I didn't like we'd do a Christmas drawing with the fam and shit, and I'd get somebody and just literally stop at the gas station on the way to my mom's in Muncie on Christmas Day and buy a gift card and give it to them. Like
Yeah.
that's no thought, no effort. Like
There's just so much more accessibility these days with gift giving. Like you
Yeah.
can fucking scroll TikTok and see something
Right.
fucking nice pop up.
Right.
It's not like it was back in the day.
right.
But I don't
think it's the worst thing, but I still think it's
I
kind
don't
of
think she's
asshole.
the asshole for
if it
calling her out.
was intentional,
That
I think she's
I guess
an
that
asshole.
that I
Yeah.
guess that's the thing.
But you're gonna feel like it's intentional,
she's
or you
asking
just
my
forgot.
asshole for calling her out for it.
and like talking openly.
I think that's once again just like a dramatic thing. Like I'm all about just like letting shit slide. Like I'm not trying to argue with nobody.
Yeah,
So like,
because I guess she probably embarrassed.
right. It's kind of like me. I'd just be like, okay, like in my head, I'm like, okay, this motherfucker
So,
don't even
yeah.
remember that I gave her this, but and then I'd just let it slide. Like I'm
Yeah,
not,
she's
I'm
an
not
asshole.
calling nobody out. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
she's
she's kind of asshole for calling her out. I'll just let it
She
slide.
is asshole.
At the same time, I think,
I think there's a divided opinion.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think because you could have just asked and maybe figured out what her intentions were and
Right.
whether or not it was intentional that she just re-gifted it back to
Right.
her.
I think if
But-
it were anybody else, like a friend or like a distant family member, but if it's your sibling, I'm calling you the fuck out. Like,
Oh.
if
Yeah.
Oliver did that to me, I'd be like,
I think
Shit.
I think it's like one of them pick your battle things too. Like if it was me and Carl, like I'm gonna call Carl out, like motherfucker, I gave this shit to you last year, and we'll laugh about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it could be somebody where you end up like hurting their feelings. So I think it's just like
But it doesn't sound like
Very
it's a
subjective.
Carl Garrett situation.
No,
It's
no.
like a-
no.
She's hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
one more. Hallie's kind of fucking
Yeah, we're
freaking.
okay.
it's a bad night for
Last
the
one.
kids.
Hallie's been on one.
Lean Beans has just got to be in the mix all the time.
She's in a bouncing chair right now.
Yeah, won't sit in the bouncer, but got a bouncer.
I would say the sister's dog is gonna bring up
How many more do you have? Two.
Too.
Oh, we can
And
do
just knock them out. We're good.
All right. Okay. Am I the asshole for saying my brother's stepdaughter is not gorgeous? My brother and sister-in-law have two daughters, Bria, who is a 14-year-old female, and his 16-year-old female daughter named Leah. That is hers. The problem is my sister-in-law. Every time someone compliments Bria, we must also compliment Leah. Otherwise,
no.
she will get mad. For example, if I tell Bria that she is very talented at something, my sister-in-law will interrupt me and say, But isn't Leah also very talented? It's annoying. I can't say a single word to my niece unless I say it to Leah too. A few days ago, we were at their home and the girls were getting ready to go to a party. Bria was looking absolutely gorgeous, so I told her, OMG, Bria, you look gorgeous. My sister-in-law interrupted me again and said, but isn't Leah very gorgeous? I finally snapped and said, no, she is not. She looked at me shocked and said, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you say that? I told her I didn't want to say that, but since she wanted to know, I answered truthfully. If she thinks her daughter is gorgeous, then she should tell her that, but not expect every other person to compliment her as well. Now, she thinks I'm an asshole.
Yeah, you're the
Yeah, asshole. That's a straight dick move right there, bud.
These are also like young girls, like 14,
It's just, it's like I said, it's picking your battle,
Keep your
bro.
mouth shut. You're
Yeah.
not the asshole. But
Yeah.
saying, no,
Yeah.
she's not.
You can think she looks like, like fucking Schmeagol. Like, you just got to leave it alone, bro.
Am I the only one that feels like she's not the asshole?
Was the chicken?
You
was
can't
the
get
little girl
annoyed
in the
by
room when
everything.
She said that?
I don't know. They didn't specify.
But for what, though? Where's snapping get you in that situation?
I mean, no.
If the little
damn
girl's in
quit
the
telling me
room.
what I have to do and like
That- I
I
get that.
compliment my
It's
mom.
just who it is, though.
The
That's
other
what I'm
one out
saying.
of it.
If you got to be around somebody you don't want to be around, then you just have to learn to live around them. And if
Especially-
not, then you're just going to cause drama amongst a whole group of people.
Then
Yeah.
cool.
I
we
feel
got
like-
beef, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Gorgeous.
just.
I feel like. I
This
feel
is
like
another
there's two
divided
sides.
line.
I feel like there's two sides. If the little girl's in the room and you say no,
Yeah,
she's
that's
not,
asshole as hell,
you're
bro.
fucking out.
Yeah, she said it right in
If she's
front of her,
not in the
obviously.
room, if she's
Yeah.
not in the room and you're just saying that to just be sarcastic
Right.
and make a point, I can understand
Yeah.
that. Like to get your point
I
across.
just feel like there's a different way to go about it, though. You can you can call her out for what she does instead of telling her daughter's not gorgeous.
I
You can
mean,
be like,
yeah.
hey, like every time that
agree.
I say something about my niece, you don't have to interject your child into it, and that's
Right.
it. Could be it
She's
right
sitting
there.
Yeah, that's
And it don't
She
have to
could've
be
said,
that regardless.
Yes,
though.
she is gorgeous too, but I was talking to
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's always a different way to handle it. Like,
Anytime
I like
compliment
that.
this
Yeah.
one, I don't have to compliment
Right.
her. Like,
That's what I'm
put her in
saying.
place that way,
yeah,
maybe.
you can be annoyed and not be an
I could
asshole about
see-
something.
I would probably be like, no, she's not.
I think she
Like,
took
shut
her.
up.
I think she went too far trying to prove her point, and
Yeah.
that's what makes her the asshole.
Yeah, facts.
I just wonder why there's overcompensating for Leah. Like, you can't say anything about Bria.
Yeah,
if you
that's-
don't say it about
That's
Leah.
corny to me. I definitely
Yeah.
that's annoying as shit. But
Because the fucking other girl is like fucking has like Down syndrome. or
right,
something.
right. She's got 3 teeth and a little hand and shit.
Oh my God.
It's Gypsy Rose.
Babe. You ever see that Mike Epps where he's like, we got a kid with a little arm. He used to sing R&B. He's like, baby, really wanna love you.
I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
Oh, how? All right, guys. See you next week.
Great episode.
Good one coming next.
Yeah, yeah.
What's next week? I don't know. Isn't it the
JFK.
Yeah.
conspiracy
JFK coming.
theory.
Yeah.
Yep.
See ya.
See ya. Peace.